Okay, welcome to JerkFest. And what do we want to learn today? All right, well, we're gonna do some jerk chicken, some red snapper fillet, and then also we have some curry tofu, vegetarian meal that I got started. All right, so later on we'll give you a sample of whatever it is that we have made. Okay, so our jerk chicken is gonna take the longest to do, but we have our pot here, and we're gonna be doing rice and peas. This is our special blend. Then we have we're gonna add some cooked kidney beans for rice, and then try to get that to come to a good boil. One thing that's good to have to our rice and peas is coconut milk. So we had a bit of that in there, and then just allow that to come to a quick boil. All right. In the meantime, we have some boneless jerk chicken, and we're just gonna do a quick marinade on this, quick seasoning on it, and then put it on the grill. And at the end, we'll see how it comes out. So we have the cookbook. You can buy the cookbook and follow step by step, right? Just in case you forget. So this is jerk seasoning. Now we make our own blend, and you can make it as spicy as you like. These little guys are called Scotch bonnet pepper. If you don't have these in there, it's not jerk, right? So don't put chilies, don't put jalapeno. You need what? Scotch bonnet, right? And you can also toss one in with the rice. Don't cut it, but it gives you a good flavor. So we have our jerk chicken. To that, we're gonna add a couple tablespoons of don't want to do that. Of ketchup, and what that does is round out the spices. Oh, lots going on here today. All right, so we have our seasoning. That's what we want. We want it to not boil over, but come to a good boil. So we have our seasoning we add to that, and the recipes are online. We also need a little bit of soya sauce. So I said you need again a couple teaspoons of that, a pinch of sugar. So with jerk chicken, we tell you that you need 24 hours or 12 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, or even an hour, right? But it is possible for us to do it without having it sit in the fridge for 24 hours and still get all that good flavors, right? So, you notice what I'm doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? No. I'm loving my chicken. You see all that love I'm putting in there, nice and tender, and you know, I'm loving my chicken. So the secret ingredients to your food is what? Love. There you go. So if you love your food will love you back, right? So because I don't have all that time for marinade, I just have to make sure I give this guy some extra love, right? And then that love reciprocated. So we're gonna go ahead and straighten our grill. And this grill belongs to JerkFest. So my grill should have been sizzling by now. All right. So don't waste any of it. You know, we get it all in there. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we need to lose the gloves. Anytime you work with chicken, it's you gotta make sure that you clean up your hands or you're wearing gloves, stuff, because you don't want to cross-contaminate, right? So poultry is very high for that. So we're gonna go ahead and close this guy down a little bit, see if we can get the temperature up. And here we go, back to our rice. So, who can tell me what's the ratio to rice for cooking rice? What's a good ratio?
1 to 1.5.
2 to 1. Right? 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of liquid. And you know, it should work that you get nice shelly rice. But then again, depending on the rice, right? It might be 1.5. For my rice, usually 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of liquid. There we go. Set it and forget it. And we can feel this guy is. So I'm gonna be trying to do a bunch of different things at the same time. Okay. That's what happens when you're doing a lot of stuff and you make a big display, you know, and not enough stuff for everything else. So we didn't have our morning exercise, right? And I was in Niagara Falls last night, didn't sleep, and tried to get here on time or whatever it is. So maybe I need a coffee, I need to wake up. So we're gonna stand up and let's just do our jumping jacks, no? Come on guys, you need to wake up or wake me up, you know? Yeah, so here we are. What are we doing? Since we celebrate Jamaica 60th yesterday, why don't we just do one love? One love, one heart. How much more do you want me to sing? So there you go, right? If you don't participate, I'm gonna sing, all right? So just a little stretching and make you feel like we're at JerkFest. And all I'm doing is what? I'm getting you ready so you can get more food in there. So if you had a nice breakfast, we can still get food in it. All right. So we have our rice going, and we also have our tofu, and we have our jerk on, right? And see how they're coming? So these guys need a good half an hour, at least. And I wish I wasn't grilling under the tent, more of a outside thing. Yeah, but in the meantime, we have our pot. And we're doing our, and this is just vegetable oil. And now, since we didn't set up, we have a hand washing over there, but for me to leave the stage, it's kind of rude. So I need to get more gloves. Get it going. So, are you guys enjoying JerkFest so far? Yeah, and do we like everything jerk? No? Did I mention the book? That we have all kind of recipes from the different islands in there? Okay, so what we have again is some red snapper fillet. And again, one size fits all. So we have our spice, seasoning, and this is our in-house blend. Again, it's in the book, right? And pretty much it's herb and stuff, and you gotta marinate again, right? You gotta marinate your fish. So fish doesn't need a lot for it to get happy, right? So one other thing you can do after you season your fish, you can actually dredge it in a bit of flour. And I know we have flour somewhere, but you can do it with flour or without flour. So you know all those people that are on a diet and talk about gluten-free and I don't want all that carbs. Let's just go naked. All right? So, you hear that sizzle? So that's our fish. And always put skin side down. And the reason for that is that you're gonna get a nice sear and that. There you go. And again, lose the gloves, wash the hands, get it in there. We're not making anybody sick. So, sorry for smoking up the place. At least I'm not stinking up the place. I'm only smoking up the place. So, there we go. So, look at that. We are cooking, right? And we're doing so many different things at the same time. So, you can go ahead and turn our chicken over. And already you can see the sear in it, all that caramelization, right? And then you might want to just turn your rice down a bit and get it to simmer. So not half, but just simmer it. And also, got our tofu. Wonderful stuff. So, we're gonna make a little bit of sauce for our fish. And you take green peppers. Right? And then just do a quick julienne in there. Yeah, nice and even. And since it's going on the fish, you can toss it back in there and we'll get back to that. So it's all about colors again, right? We need nice colors. So when we serve food, it should be all about the presentation. And so should I start singing again or no? So what we have is the Holy Trinity, some bell peppers, and onions, can go ahead and just flip our fish a bit. Now when you put it in flour, you get that nice crust on it, right? And fish doesn't take a long time, right? Okay. All right, so just have to keep on checking on everything. Make sure that your rice is coming to a boil there. And I dare say we're gonna have dinner. Now, let me tell you a little bit about garnishing, right? So when you do your food, you really want to garnish it. You know, that's the stuff that the difference in making stuff looks pretty. All about garnishing. If you take a lime or lemon, see it? I wish you guys could see it. Just cut it in half, straight in half, right? And then if you take your knife from one corner to the next, and you just go halfway, not fully, both ends, pick him up, and there you go, up to your uncle. You can use that on your fish, right? Lemon or all of that stuff for presentation. Yeah, here we go with your flare up. All right. So believe it or not, our fish is pretty much fish is cooked, right? So you don't need a lot of time with fish. 1.5 minutes, both sides. And then that's, look at that. You didn't think we would cook that fast, did you? Okay, so you have your pan there, and the same pan, because we didn't have any flour and stuff in there, we're going to create the sauce for our fish. So, your onions, look at that. Then always season your food, right? None of this salt and pepper foolishness. Always season your food. So we had our seasoning there. And then, if we really want to turn this bad boy up, you had a little bit of booze in there. I don't have no booze, but I wish I had some, you know? But they have booze next door. Maybe we can get a cup of something. Can we get a cup of something? No? No something? Wow. Really? Wow. I just need a little something. Nothing? Ah? All right. So since we have no something something, so we're just gonna do a little bit of and this is just white wine vinegar, closest thing we can get. Just to glaze the pan with that. Right. We're cooking. And again, if we had a couple teaspoons of this tomato ketchup in there, don't tell anybody yet. Promise? We're just trying to create as we go along, right? And also, if you want to be a bad boy, you can add a little of that coconut milk in it. Since this is all Caribbean and niceness, I still wish I had a little something something. After I spoil it with all that vinegar, huh? Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're still gonna use our little something something. And if we did that before, we just lit it on fire, right? Nice little flambe going out. So when you're cooking with alcohol, it's always a good idea to make sure you cook out, you burn out the alcohol, right? But that depth of flavor, and if you're like me and you want to be a bad boy, then what do? You just take your fillet and then you put them back in. I would just put them back in, you know? And then look at that. Talk about happy, 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 happy. I feel like you guys are not working with me, so I'm just gonna stop singing and maybe go home. But look at that, folks. We're jerking, we're frying, we're ricing, and we're veggieing. All in a good half an hour, right? So you always want to watch the flame on your rice. Make sure that it's not, and we don't cook rice like some people, you know, where we drain off the liquid off of it. What's the point? You know, we'll boil the rice and drain off the liquid. Yeah, it comes out crunchy, but you lose all the flavor, right? Because we put all that love in that rice. I'm just saying, you know. So there we go. And believe it or not, these guys are coming up. And we're not gonna serve anybody raw chicken, right? Cause what happens when you serve raw chicken? Yeah, that's the other guy, not me, right? But we're cooking and it's almost there. So you know when you see them chop, right? And I'm watching the show and I'm thinking they're running around for half an hour and then, oh my God, I can't finish plating. And I'm like, that's foolishness. Like, you know, you got to get to the end, right? So if I was the other guy, I would have started plating from early, right? So there we go. Wonderful. So you remember that what we did with that lemon? What if we just take it and do that? Right? Does that work? And then we have some green onions. So can you imagine if we just take our little green onion now, is that a $20 plate or is it a $30 plate?
It would be 50.
So there you go. Look at that. Put over. Put on the table. Okay. And then there's one that's quite easy that quickly I'll show you guys again. So if you take the old tomato, and that tomato is a little whole, so we're looking for a better tomato here. That's what happens when you call it whole, you know. And this stuff you can get at Food Basics, right? They pay me to say that. You know, so I have to follow the script. You know, you go to Food Basics, you can always get a nice basket of all kind of goodies, and you know, you take it home and you go gourmet, right? And then you can tell them, well, you know, I was at JerkFest, and that chef that was up there was talking a lot about you, you know, and he was like, yeah, if you use your product, yeah, you'll turn your food out into a nice gourmet meal like he did. Yeah, so I'm here to get some of your goodies. Now, what do you suggest? You have a gift bag for me that I can try some stuff? And if they say no, you said, okay, maybe he was talking about the other stuff. Right? So again, you peel the tomato, turn it over, just like that, and then start from the hen, right? And you're just gonna roll and roll and roll and roll and roll, you know, and voila, get a roast. So it's all about garnishing, right? Now, if I was that guy, you know, I would have dare say that the rice is done, and I would have take a bit of rice, you know, in a little bowl. Since they're vegetarian, they don't eat a lot, you know. And I would have take some of this vegetarian magic here, specialty curry tofu. I would put that on top, and I would say, well, you know, okay, meat leaf eaters, you're not missing anything, right? And I would have just take that old tomato and go like that. Now, how much are we charging for this guy? So, there we go. Look like we got that at JerkFest. All right. So, we're burning up some chicken here. Hallelujah. Ooh. Yeah. So what we should do is actually just I don't like when my chicken is that char, you know, because I like to control the flavor. But as you can see, we're cooking from fresh, and we're trying to make sure that we encourage the guy to get along, you know. So if we take one of these off, and we go like that, and then what are we gonna say? It's not cooked. I'm eating it. It's cooked. And I don't eat raw chicken. So if I was that guy and I'm serving him in the bowl, all I do is just grab a few Scotch bonnet, toss him in there, and we're ready to go. How was that? So you got your 3 meals, guys, and we did it in what? I dare say a little over half an hour. Full edible. Now, do you think I'm ready for chop? That didn't sound too positive, so it's okay. I'll stick to my day job. All right. So you would like me to sing some more? If we put a little bit of mango salsa on our jerk chicken, it's gonna get way happier. Right? Happy, 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 happy. That's what it's gonna be. So what do you know? Pretty much. That's it, guys. We're done. We're cooked. You can eat. All right. So chef's gonna come up and do some samples, and then you can try our meal. Yeah, he's gonna make you up some samples.